Hi, I'm Nick from Global Office, and today we're talking about the latest project that we've delivered, the Fill application. Well, when the Fill team first came to us, they had a really simple request. Someone grabs their phone, says where their car is, chooses the type of fuel, and schedules a delivery, and that was it. And it sounds really simple, doesn't it? But actually, that simplicity has to be supported by quite some serious technology behind the scenes. For each external service that we use, it's typically an API integration, which is a way for our system to talk to the third-party services system, I guess, behind the scenes. So we've got a payment provider, which we use to take credit card payments. We've got another payment provider, which we use for direct debits. We also have the routing API, and we use Google Maps for the mapping part. There's a good dozen or so APIs that we use as part of the integration. And I guess that's the neat thing about software, is that you can leverage these other services without having to reinvent the wheel. The use of APIs is just the technical terminology for talking to these things, but it makes it very easy to get a product up and running without having to build these things yourself. Using third-party services means that they can evolve their service and take advantage of new technology and changes in legislation and other bits and pieces without us having to really worry about that. So, like the credit card providers, MasterCard and Visa will continually be evolving their requirements and their security requirements and things like that. And by leveraging third parties, they can take care of that for us, and we don't have to change anything at our end. When we were assessing the route optimization technology, we had to look at several different providers to see which had some hard limits, like the number of waypoints we could optimize. But not only that, because we're optimizing the route almost every time someone requests a list of available sessions, we also needed to look at the number of calls to that service and how much is the service going to cost. So different service providers charge in different ways. So some of them might have a large monthly fee, but then you get a large number of API calls for free effectively with it. And others might be just a pay-as-you-go type mechanism. So you pay for every time you use the service. And I guess that's some things that we needed to discuss with our client at the time, because if they're expecting really large volumes, then depending on which provider they choose, it could really impact their costs. The solution wasn't a Google solution, interestingly, but there's quite a few other players in the market that did offer some good options. So we actually talked to a number of local GIS software providers as well, and we have some good relationships with some local providers, and we were explaining the problem to them, and they talked us through a number of different options as well. But I know that the Fill team have plans on modifying how the service is going to work. So they really want to look in the future at being an on-demand service. So bringing up the app and seeing a whole number of delivery trucks around, each with different time ETAs on them, and then choosing which one you want and booking it in. And that particular, I guess, requirement or feature is going to require mapping and routing services that, I guess, extend outside the capabilities of the services that we've chosen for the application. So I think the next step would be to engage a third-party GIS supplier to actually customize some stuff specifically for Fill. If you like the Fill app and you've got an app idea of your own and you'd like to talk to us, give us a call or get in touch through our website at any time.